Hello and welcome to Who Is Best, a show where I, Locloudane, take games that give you choices and rate those choices in a tier list. And if you haven't subscribed, do it! Towards the end of the PS2's life, many Titanic RPGs came to the system. Persona 4, Final Fantasy XII, and Suikoden 5 come to mind. But among them was a special level 5 game that doesn't seem to get much buzz, and that's Rogue Galaxy. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of level 5 games. I find them to be a little vague in their mechanics and overly confusing, and Rogue Galaxy may be the worst. Seriously, how is anyone supposed to figure out this mechanic on their own? Anyway, that being said, I found the cast of characters to be colorful and unique, and the battles to be engaging if not a little spammy. But my opinions mean nothing here, so let's jump into today's list. Rogue Galaxy plays similar to other hybrid action RPGs like the Tales and Star Ocean series. You take control of one partner while the other two are controlled by AI. I wouldn't say that the AI is amazing in this game, but I have to say, out of the dozens of titles we've covered, this one isn't too shabby. But it's still AI. Today we'll be considering equipment, accessibility, stats, effectiveness both as a manual character or an AI one, and the ever important party AoE skills, which in the endgame end up being pivotal. What this means is that a character's effectiveness isn't just individual effort, but party synergy as well. And as usual, stick around till the end where we'll reveal the best party setup as well as a bonus list. We'll start with the tier. Steve the Robot has a few positives, but a lot more negatives. We'll start with the positives. Steve's secondary weapons, the satellites, are one of the best in the game. Protection boosts defense for the entire team, and Electro Punch can break through shielded enemies. As an AI partner, he's about average. Now on to his negatives. First, he has the worst team synergy of the lot. Strange Beam and Black Hole are the only two combo skills he can use, and they are both average at best. This is a huge issue as the late game will rely heavily on that synergy. He also lacks any attack booster, and at the end of the day, he just doesn't scale as the game goes on. The low tier. Simon is a long-range character who also has one of the best AIs in Rogue Galaxy. He has an attack booster, though it's one of the worst, and with his final weapon and amplification, he can shred through bosses. Missile Squad is his best skill, but aside from that and his booster, everything else is pretty much useless. In a weird twist, he's also one of the more difficult characters to control manually. Towards the end game, both Steve and Simon become irrelevant due to the better synergy among the remaining party members. The final member of the low tier is Jupis. Jupis has one of the better attack boosters in Aromatic Boost and is easier to control manually with quick melee attacks and a decent AI. His AoE attacks, both single and combo, are about average, which places him at the top of the low tier. Honestly, that's all I have to say. He's an average character. The mid-tier. Diego's Covering Fire is the best single character AoE attack in the game. Aside from Supernova, there isn't another single or combo skill that does more damage. If put in a team with Zegram and Jaster, the combination of Eternal Soldier and Drunken Burst will dish out some of the fastest and heaviest DPS, period. He trades in speed for more defense, which can be nice. I think the issue with Diego is his lack of specialty. Both Kisala and Lilika compete with him for best third-party member in the game, but ultimately come out on top due to their specific uses over Diego. Next on the mid-tier is Kisala. Kisala, if looked at as a single party member, is not better than Diego. Angel's Kiss is a good single AoE attack, but doesn't beat out Covering Fire, and she tends to die a lot due to her lacking the tankiness of Diego. On top of this, she doesn't have an attack booster, which hurts damage output. The major reason why she's topping the mid-tier is her synergy with other party members. Whether paired with Zegram, Lilika, or Diego, she'll be useful. Her ultimate usefulness is being part of the Holy Trinity for the best attack in the game, Supernova. So at the end of the day, alone, she's mid to low tier, but combined with the right party members, she's top to God tier. And speaking of, let's move to the top tier. The only member of the top tier is Lilika. Lilika is the best AI companion in the game, and also has both an attack boost in Warrior God's Cry and a defensive debuff in Voodoo Dance. She also has the ability to break enemies from long distance with her devastating charge attacks. Her synergy isn't as broken as Kisala's, but it's still high up there. Where Lilika's usefulness gets kicked up to an 11 is abusing her skill Beast Call. Beast Call will summon a monster of the same type as the one you are battling to the battlefield. But what this does for you is helps you optimize rare item drops, essentially doubling the probability. When playing optimally, you cannot afford to skip out on this. The God Tier. Zegram is the undisputed second best character in Rogue Galaxy. Drunken Burst and Gates of Hell make for an insane mob wiping combo, and if he is paired up with Jaster or Kisala, you have the ever-busted Supernova skill as well. Throw on Twin Sword, which doubles all your attacks, and Fire Sword, breaking enemies' guard, and you have one of the best party members. Well, almost best. Jaster, the protagonist of the game and overall sword-wielding badass, will be your best party member. This is good as you are stuck with him either way. A boosted Illusion Sword is the best single target attack in Rogue Galaxy, and of course, you have Supernova to go with it. Jaster's effectiveness is equipment dependent, but if equipped correctly, he'll be so much stronger than any of the other party members. Now, as for optimal parties, you have 3 choices here. Zegram and Jaster fit into all 3, with the third party member being Kisara, Lilika, or Diego. Diego's probably the least advantageous, but if you want to go full on DPS, he's not a bad pick. Lilika has Gates of Hell with Zegram, so if you spam that with Jaster using Illusion Sword, you should be golden. Not to mention her ability to increase rare item drops. The no-brainer best possible party is Jaster, Zegram, and Kisala. This is the most well-rounded party with the endgame busted skill Supernova. But whichever you choose, I don't think you can make a bad choice. And that's our list. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch y'all later. Bonus round. Best dressed warriors, go! Number 10, Diego's Lengardian armor. Number 9, Jupis' lab coat. Number 8, Steve's energy armor. Number 7, Kisala's tribal 2-piece. Number 6, Zegram's wanderer's coat. Number 5, Lilika's stealth clothes. Number 4, Diego's full metal jacket. Number 3, Lilika's star traveler outfit. Number 2, Kisala's swimsuit. And number 1, Jaster's captain's uniform. Worst looking outfit? This guy.